Har Har Mahadev. Today I will be speaking on the topic of accepting a person as a guru. It totally depends upon the inner voice of a person to accept someone as a guru. But let me explain you. When you accept someone as a guru, your life's success, the spiritual success, totally depends upon how much truthful, awakened the person is whom you are accepting in the form of a guru, right? So the word guru comes from the ancient Sanatan Dharma, wherein the ancient saints and sages used to live in the ashram. They used to live a disciplined life. They were away from the material comforts and luxuries. They had no desire for money. They were equipped with deep spiritual knowledge. They had grip over the Shastras, Upanishads, and other sacred books. Whatever they used to speak was backed up by the statements or the wisdom of sacred books. In today's Kali Yuga, in today's modern time, I see many modern people being accepted as a guru. Fine, I have no objection over it. But later on, if a person accept a wrong person as a guru, and after a few years, that person behaves normally as an ordinary person, or acts in such a way that he falls into some scandals or controversies, then the disciple god gets deceived. His or her spiritual life success, you know goes away from him or her, and then he finds that it was his or her wrong decision to accept that person as a guru. So when I say it totally depends upon the inner voice of a person to accept any person as a guru, we can accept it. But the ancient sages and the saints who were given the status of god, the mantra Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasme Sri Guruve Nama. So we, worship Guru as God, as Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. And a Guru is capable of giving what even God cannot give. But that guru, that person whom we are accepting as a guru, should be capable of giving. And when I say capable of giving, he should be so much spiritually equipped with knowledge, so much be wealthier in the tapasya, meditation, and he should possess all the characteristics of the ancient sages and saints which were given the status of a guru, right? I see today there are so many modern gurus who has changed the definition of ashram. These ashrams in the ancient times were a place where any devotee, irrespective of the status, used to go there, seek the knowledge, live there, do the shram, do the service there. And these ashrams never charged anything from the devotees. Even today, there are thousands of ashrams where the saints live a very simple life, They are even more knowledgeful than the people appearing on the social media. Whatever they speak, whatever they say is backed up by some contents text of the Shastras. So they do not divert anything what they say from the Shastras, right? And when I see many modern people speaking, they speak based on their assumptions, their interpretations, without having the complete knowledge of the Shastras. So in this video, I would just like to give a short message to the innocent, to the simple devotees, that if you accept someone as a guru, he or she should be a real sadhak. When I say a real sadhak, he should have complete control over the indris, the senses. The guru, cannot erupt in anger all of a sudden. The guru does not have a desire for money. The guru does not have an ego. The guru never discriminates. The guru never treat a person more or less than the other person. And when you reach for some spiritual depth queries or the questions, he or she explains you everything based on the Shastras, right? And they set an example in the day-to-day life how the human life should be lived in this world. I mean, whatever they say, they implement first upon themselves, right? So there is a lot to cover upon this topic. I am not against any person to be considered as a guru, but I thought it very important to create this short video to clarify that when you place a person on the place of a god, and when you say Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, so that person should be of level of god. If not in the form of power or miracles, but at least in the form of having the characteristics of the ancient sages, saints, and the real gurus, right? Recently I went to the bank of Ma Narmada, and I got an opportunity to meet some of the rare saints. I cannot express in words how much equipped in the knowledge they were, and they were feeding thousands of the people, hundreds of the people every day in their ashram. They were serving the parikramarthis, and I mean the people who do the parikrama on Ma Narmada. So the people who do the parikrama comes to the ashram. They stay for overnight or a day, and they get the food and shelter free of cost. And these saints, these are these Tyagi saints. They are least worried about how everything will get arranged, and with the grace, with the blessings of Ma Narmada, everything gets arranged. And I spoke to some of the modern gurus. They have the excuses, to run the ashrams, we need to charge certain amount, and it is very difficult. Of course, if we apply the corporate strategies in the ashrams, and if we turn the ashrams into hotels, definitely, to pay the employees, so called employees, you will need the money. But if you are a real guru, why are you worried about the arrangements? As these saints living in the forest, in the ashrams, they are not at all worried about how everything will get arranged, and hundreds and thousands of the devotees get feeded there, they get shelter. So I request all the devotees and disciples that it totally depends upon your inner choice to accept a person as a guru, but at least he should have the basic characteristics of a true guru. Hari Om, Har Har Mahadev, Om Namah Shivaya.